Hi, this is Lynn with Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little mama bear card. So we're going to do 3 different techniques. We're going to make the sky with Panpastels, then we're going to stamp on top of it, and we're going to do the uncolor technique. We'll recolor it, and then we will do a double stamping technique. So you can see how I did not recolor this, and I only erased out the bears, and I think that has a really neat effect as well. So the first thing we want to do is do our sky. So I am going to use the Sunrise Sunset palette. It comes with these 6 colors and a white. And I added the metallics and the red iron oxide tint and the Sierra burnt sienna tint. So let's see. And this is actually what the packaging looks like. So we will start with the yellow. I'm going to clean that off. And I do a fair amount of yellow because we are going to blend into it. And then it will blend some of the yellow out. So then I'm going to get some orange. And then we're going to get some red. And the red is very strong pigment. I start at the top and blend down. Then I'm going to go down the whole way, and you can see how it really brightens up that orange and just blends it all in together. The neat thing is skies are all different, so you get a slightly different card every time. So now I'm going to put my card into my platform, and for this whole thing, let me get a little bit more red up here. For this whole thing, you want to make sure it's all the way in the corner, because that's what makes the double stamping possible. So you check and make sure you miss all your magnets. It doesn't have to be real dark for this one. I do like the words to come out crisp because I won't double stamp them if I don't have to. All right. The reason it doesn't have to be real dark is we want our ink to dry so that we can erase without smudging. So for that purpose, I have one that was already pre-stamped and nice and dry. And I like these little click erasers. You have to make sure that your eraser is nice and clean. And we're just going to erase out the grass and the bears. So that is the beauty of Panpastels, is they are erasable. And usually it's because you did a uh-oh or a little mistake, went out of the lines, but in this case we're actually purposely erasing out. Okay, you don't want to erase into the sky, so if anything, you leave a little bit around the edges of the bear, because the brown will cover that up, and the pieces that are sticking up, it just looks like you can see the sky through her, since it's a mama bear. So if you wanted to make a masculine card, you would just leave the words off. They do come separate, not attached. for that purpose. So, okay, so now we're just going to color, and we're going to use the Sunrise Sunset palette. It comes with these 6 colors and a white. Now I am going to start with the Burnt Sienna tint, and I'm going to color the bears all over because it's so light. When I go to use the brown, it'll just cover it up. So this makes a really, really fast coloring job. I think I got the wrong color on that. So again, the beauty of the pan pastels is you can just erase them right out. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the dark brown, and I don't want his snout colored, and I don't want his eyes colored, or the ears, because the ears are usually a little lighter. For animals, when I am not sure what I want to color them, I Google an image so that I know what they're supposed to look like in real life. So with almost all of our stamps, you see more ink where it's supposed to be darker. So that also gives you a little hint of where you want to put your color. And I'm just getting my dark spots, and then I'll fill it all in. Again, I didn't want dark brown around her eyes. And with all of this, you can make it as dark or as light as you want. So this is the funny part is, yeah, it's starting to look like a little bit like a mess, but you're going to see once we stamp all the detail back on it, it'll fill it all in, and it'll look pretty cool. All right. So for the green, I'm going to my Day and Night palette, and it comes with these 6 colors, and these are all extras. I always like to start with the lighter green because the darker green will show right up on top of it. And then that just gives it, again, a little bit of shading. It's not all just one color. A little bit more brown down there. Okay. So this is a tool that comes with the palettes, so it gives you a little bit more control. And what I just want to do is, like I said, put a little bit of green in there to give it some shading and some depth. Then I can take my light one and then kind of, it gets a little bit of the extra stuff off and blends it in nicely. Okay, so now this is where the magic happens. The double stamping, which I just think is so cool. So again, make sure you have it in the corner all the way. I'm going to re-ink. And I usually do re-ink a couple times to get a nice crisp image. I like the archival ink. It seems to dry a little faster than a lot of the other inks. So with Panpastels, I like the archival. And you can see already all of that details coming right back. And I really like, see the little ears and the snout's a little lighter on the baby. And that's it. So there you go, a really fast card. And like I said, whether you choose just to stamp and not uncolor, I think that's a cool look, or to just uncolor the bear is a cool look. And then I actually used Gina Marie die to cut out the rectangle and then a different die for the frame. But it's a pretty quick, easy card. Give it a try. Happy stamping!